Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be outlining one of my newest paintings. This was a commission, so I figured I should do a little outline video for the YouTubes because I always do it for TikTok. Might as well share the love. So stick around to the end if you want to see the final painting, and let's get started. So I asked over on my Instagram as well as my TikTok if there were any questions you guys would want me to answer during this video, so I'm going to answer a few of them now. So the first question is, do I ship to the UK? And right now I don't, because figuring out international shipping is quite challenging and quite expensive, but eventually I would love to ship to the UK. I know I have a number of people who follow my page from the UK, so eventually I will do it, I promise. I just need some time to figure it out. The next question I got was, what is my favorite painting that I've done and how long did it take me? This is kind of an easy question to answer because my favorite painting was the one that I did of Cinderella's Castle for the 50th anniversary of Disney. I did it just for fun, and it was one of the first stained glass paintings that I did, that I designed all on my own, and I really love it. That painting did take me over 30 hours, but that was because I was just starting out in this technique and I wasn't as well practiced. But I will say my painting has gotten a lot faster than what it used to be. But yeah, so Cinderella's Castle, and it took me about 30 hours. Another question that I usually get is just, in general, how long do these paintings take me? And the answer is that it varies immensely based on the size of the canvas, how much detail goes into each painting. Like I said before, my Cinderella's Castle painting took me 30 hours, but the painting that you're seeing right now took me about 15 hours to do. And I would argue that this painting is a little more detailed than the original Cinderella's Castle painting that I did. So it really it depends. I wish I had a better answer, but unfortunately I just kind of go with the flow on the timing. Another question I got was, what pen do I use? And I answer this all the time, but I don't mind because it's a good pen. It is the Sharpie brush pen. You can find this at Michaels if you live in the States. I have found it online on Amazon, but I do recommend using Michaels over Amazon. Another question I got is, does it smell? And no, it actually does not have the typical Sharpie smell. It doesn't really have a smell at all. But when I don't use the Sharpie pen, I am always using Posca pens. I think they work just as well. They just don't have that kind of tip that the Sharpie brush pen does. And again, Sharpie, if you ever want to work together, let me know. I got a couple videos on TikTok with over 1 million views showing off your pen. I'm telling you, it could be the beginning of a very beautiful friendship. Another question I get is, what supplies do I use besides the Sharpie brush pen? If you watched my last video, the Michaels haul, I kind of showed you guys a little bit of what I would typically get from Michaels in order to make these paintings, but I use acrylic paint, usually the brand Americana. Actually, I think it's Decor, but Americana is the name of the paint. Deco Art, that's the name of it. But I use that. I also use Craft Smart paint, but I do recommend using Deco Art. I think their paint, it's still inexpensive, but I like the thickness of it. Another question I got over on TikTok was, why don't I use a ruler when I'm doing the outline section? And the answer is pretty simple. I smudge the paint pen when I use a ruler. I also have a lot of trust in myself when it comes to drawing pretty straight lines. I think I'm decent at it and do a pretty good job, especially since the lines are kind of shorter. So I don't really need to use a ruler. But using a ruler is also not a bad thing if you need to use one. Like, totally go for it, but I would just be careful when you are moving the ruler around that you do not smudge the black paint, because it does take a couple seconds to dry, and if you move the ruler immediately, it's gonna spread. I am now using a gold metallic marker from the brand DecoArt, and I will say this pen smells like how you would imagine a Sharpie pen would. So if you're going to use this marker, and I do recommend it because for a gold metallic marker, I think it is the best on the market that I have at least found. I am going to do a separate video comparing a bunch of gold markers because I have gone through so many and I figured it might be helpful to someone else. So if you're going to use this marker, I really recommend having a fan on or at least being in a very open aired area because it smells and it will give you a headache. But again, the headache is kind of worth it because this gold looks so good. Alright, here is the final painting. I think she's wonderful. She's beautiful. I love it. But if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I try to post at least once a week. If it's outline videos, if it's tutorials, if it's reviews, I'm gonna do that here. So you can subscribe down below, or you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok, or you can do all three. It's whatever you want to do. But alright, hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you later.